Okay, so Sonic Racing Crossworlds came out not too long ago, and in this video I just kind of thought that I wanted to share my thoughts on the game. So, do I think the game is good or do I think it's bad? Well, let's just get right into it. So first, if you don't know what Sonic Racing Crossworlds is, it is the newest Sonic Racing game. And yeah, that's kind of just it. It's just a Sonic kart racer, but with some extra things, which I will get into in this review. So first, I just want to say, I think this game is a lot of fun. I mean, I'm a big fan of kart racers in general, but this one is just really fun, honestly. That's kind of like the biggest thing I can describe this game as. It's just a lot of fun. Like, I think the game controls really well. Like, the karts themselves control pretty well. And I think this feels a lot like an arcade kart racer. And I really enjoy that. I just love how this game feels. It just feels really good to drive, really good to get like the boost with the drifting and stuff. And I mean, the items are good. They're not much special, honestly, but I do think the items are pretty good. And I will also say, I don't have any particular issues with any courses. I do like pretty much every course. Like, there's not really a course that really stands out to me. Like, there's not like a single course that I love so much. But I don't really have much of a problem with most courses. And speaking of the courses, the big selling point of this game is that on the second lap, you get transported to an entirely different course. And I love this. It makes every race feel so different. And that is especially nice in the early stages of this game, because there's not too many tracks in the game right now. Like, I don't have an issue with the amount of tracks in the game right now, especially since we know there's more tracks coming. But like, the crossworld mechanic just makes all the tracks feel so fresh, because again, in the second lap you race on an entirely different track, which just makes this game so replayable, honestly. And the third lap is also different on most, if not every course in the game. And yeah, it just makes the tracks so much more fun, honestly, where like every lap is different. And another thing I also really like is like when you're just playing the Grand Prix, you get a rival, and I really like that, honestly. Like, it is fun to have like the rival system where you have like one racer that you're like determined to beat, and they're like the best CPU there. And I also like the interactions between your rival and the character you play as. And speaking of the character you play as, I think this game has a pretty solid character roster. Like, it's got all of the essential Sonic characters, plus some extra ones, which is nice. And, at least right now in the game, we have one other crossover character, which is none other than the GOAT herself, Hatsune Miku, and its peak. We're also getting some other crossover characters, like 2 free ones and a couple of paid ones, and I am pretty excited for that. Like, one thing I am really happy about with this game is that we know Sega is planning to update this game for a while, which is pretty nice. And we know a lot of the content we're getting. Like, if you own the season pass, you know that you're getting like Minecraft characters, SpongeBob characters, and like different tracks from like Minecraft, SpongeBob, and also a couple of free characters as well, which we don't know anything about. I'm guessing a lot of those are going to be crossover characters, but Sega, please also give us some more Sonic characters. Cause yeah, I am happy with the amount of Sonic characters we already have, but I don't exactly want all of the free characters in the future to just be crossover characters. I do enjoy me some crossover characters. Like, I love Hatsune Miku in this game, and I'm also really excited for like the Minecraft characters, SpongeBob, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Avatar The Last Airbender, all those. But I mainly came here for Sonic. And I think it would be cool for some more Sonic characters. Because even though I think the roster for Sonic characters is already pretty solid, there are even more Sonic characters I would like to see in the game. Also, when it comes to the character roster, I have one small complaint. It isn't a big complaint, but it's a small one. So apparently, when you unlock Super Sonic, you can't use him in online. You can only use him in like Grand Prix and like the single player modes, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I mostly play online, and I would really like to play as Super Sonic. Like, it just kind of demotivates me to grind for Supersonic. And yeah, I get it, cause like, when you unlock Supersonic, apparently he's like invincible. But I think it would be cool if they just made Supersonic a skin for Sonic in the online so that you can at least use Supersonic and just, they don't need to give him any invincibility or other stuff, just have him as a skin for Sonic and I would be happy. And if Sega's gonna do that, give us Super Shadow as well. And Super Silver too, that would also be nice. And some other things I do enjoy about this game are the gadget system. I think the gadget system is nice. Like, I don't think it bumps up the game super much because it's not the biggest thing, but I do enjoy the gadget system. I think it spices up the gameplay more and you can have like a bunch of different combos of different gadgets. And one thing I also kind of enjoy about this game is the unlockable system. Like how you unlock different cards, different gadgets, gadget slots and stuff. I do find that kind of enjoyable. Like, I'm not always the biggest fan of like unlockable stuff in online games, but I think this game does it pretty well. And another thing I also enjoy is the card customization, because there is a lot of customization for like the cards, the extreme gears. Oh yeah, let me just jump off a little and just talk about the extreme gear. I think it's cool that they brought back the extreme gear. Yeah, they control pretty much the same as the cars, but I've never played Sonic Riders, so I never really had an attachment to this extreme gear. I am only happy that they brought back the extreme gear just because it looks cool. The extreme gear looks really cool on a lot of the characters. But yeah, back to the card customization. I think it's cool. Like, there's a lot of customization on the different cards. And yeah, it's cool. You can customize it like however you want for whatever character you want. Like, I have a lot of specific customizations for like specific characters and I like it. I think the card customization is really cool and really nice. There is also this like race park. It's like a team-based mode where you like on teams. There's no online to the race park stuff, but like I do think it's cool that you can play like team-based modes. But yeah, don't have that much to say about Race Park. I don't care about it that much, but I do think it's cool to have a team-based mode at least. But one thing about Sonic Racing Crossworlds is that it costs a lot of money. Like, the base game in and of itself is $70 US, which I'm not really gonna drag on it for being $70 because yeah, I don't personally like the $70 price. I much prefer the $60 price, but I have just accepted that $70 is the new standard because it has been that way for a couple of years now, so yeah, I'm just accepting it here. But if you want like the DLC characters coming later on, that's gonna cost you an extra $20. So if you want the most out of Sonic Racing Crossworlds, it's gonna cost you $90 US, which is quite a lot honestly. But I mean, when you're taking that $90 into consideration, 20 of those dollars are DLC. Like, you don't have to buy the DLC, but I still think it's a bit expensive. But I'm not gonna drag on it too much. So if you think the game is a bit expensive, I would probably recommend waiting for a sale, because Sonic games usually don't take that long to go on sale. So I would probably just recommend that if you think the game is too expensive. But yeah, those were my thoughts on Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I am having a lot of fun with this game. It is so much fun, honestly. This game is like the embodiment of fun. But yeah, I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about Sonic Racing Crossworlds? Let me know in the comments below. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye!